Four matches, three victories, one defeat, and yet India are going home. This wasn't a team that was outplayed throughout the tournament. This wasn't a campaign filled with disasters. In fact, at one point, India looked like genuine contenders. They defeated Pakistan comfortably, they brushed aside the Netherlands, they stayed alive by beating Bangladesh. But when the biggest moments arrived, India simply couldn't cross the finish line. So, what exactly went wrong? Was it tactics, team selection, fielding, batting, or was it something much deeper? Let's break down India's World Cup from start to finish. The perfect start. India couldn't have asked for a better opening against Pakistan. Despite losing early wickets, the middle order stepped up. Smriti Mandana anchored. Harmanpreet Kaur controlled the innings. Richa Ghosh finished brilliantly. Then Deepti Sharma produced one of the bowling performances of the tournament with 5 wickets. The result? A statement victory. Immediately, India looked like favourites to qualify. The momentum was with them. Confidence was high. Everything seemed to be falling into place. The Netherlands match hid more problems than the scorecard. The scoreline suggested domination, but underneath the result, warning signs had already appeared. Yes, Smriti and Shefali produced a massive opening partnership. India crossed 200. The bowlers wrapped things up comfortably, but several concerns remained. The middle order still didn't make a significant impact. There were questions over team selection. Should Yastika Bhatia have played? Was Bharti Fulmali a better option? Then came another issue. Shriyanka Patel suffered an injury, and suddenly India's bowling balance looked fragile. The victory looked comfortable, but cracks had already begun to appear. The turning point. Every World Cup has one defining match. For India, it was South Africa because everything that had worked previously stopped working. The openers started well again, but nobody converted. The middle order slowed down. Instead of posting 190 or even 200, India managed only 158. Against one of the strongest batting sides in the tournament, that was never enough. Then came the fielding. Dropped chances, misfields, missed opportunity. Momentum shifted completely. South Africa sensed it. India never recovered. And suddenly, qualification wasn't in India's hands anymore. The biggest problem wasn't just one match. One defeat doesn't eliminate teams. Repeated mistakes do. Across the tournament, the same themes kept returning. The batting relied too heavily on the top order. Whenever Smriti and Shefali fired, India looked dangerous. When they didn't, the innings slowed dramatically. The middle order rarely controlled games. The finishers often had too much work left. Bowling had similar issues. Without complete balance, the attack lacked flexibility. There was constant experimentation. Different sixth bowling options, different combinations, no settled formula. Then came fielding, dropped catches, misfields, half chances. In tournaments decided by fine margins, those moments become match defining. The Australia match. India entered the final league game knowing exactly what was required. Beat Australia, reach the semifinals, simple. But Australia did what Australia has done for years. They absorbed pressure, waited, and punished mistakes. India actually had several positives. Smriti looked fluent, Rodriguez contributed, and Shefali played aggressively, but acceleration never came. There was confusion between batters, questionable tactical decisions, and Richa Ghosh barely got the opportunity to influence the game. Meanwhile, India again lacked that extra bowling option. Australia kept finding boundaries exactly when needed. The match slowly slipped away, and with it, India's World Cup. The bigger issue. Maybe this wasn't simply about cricket, maybe this was about mentality. Throughout the tournament, India prepared well, planned well, started well, but in the biggest moments, they hesitated. Australia attacked, South Africa seized momentum, India reacted. That difference matters. Championship teams don't just play good cricket, they own pressure. India often looked like a team trying not to lose, instead of one determined to win. The positives. It wasn't all disappointing. There were genuine positives. Deepti Sharma proved once again why she's among India's most valuable players. Smriti Mandana showed excellent form. Shefali rediscovered her fearless approach. Young players gained valuable World Cup experience. And despite everything, India were never completely outclassed. But because they were close to the semifinals, close to beating South Africa, close to competing with Australia, close but not enough, until India solves their middle order inconsistency, improve their fielding, find a settled bowling combination, and embrace pressure instead of fearing it. These exits may continue. The talent is there, the potential is there. Now, the challenge is turning promise into trophies.